Assalamu alaikum. This is Pratusha Burwal, welcoming you all to the English news from Btv Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Chief Advisor Professor Mahmood Yunus seeks Canada's support to recover money siphoned off from Bangladesh to Canada. Inflation to come down to 6 to 7% by next few months, says Bangladesh Bank Governor. Tariffs for Canada to be paused for 30 days while China announces retaliatory tariffs on some American goods. And Chelsea beat West Ham by 2-1 in Premier League at Stamford Bridge in Derby. Viewers, those were the headlines, and moving on to the details. Chief Advisor Professor Mahmood Yunus sought Canada's support to recover money siphoned off from Bangladesh to the North American country. He sought help to identify, freeze and recover the assets during his meeting with Canadian High Commissioner to Dhaka Ajit Singh at the State Guest House, Yamuna today. The chief advisor said hundreds of billions of dollars were stolen from Bangladesh by oligarchs, cronies and politicians connected with the Sheikh Hasina dictatorship, and part of it was laundered to Canada, including in buying assets in Toronto's infamous Begumpara neighborhood. The Canadian High Commissioner appreciated the efforts of the Professor Yunus-led interim government to bring back the stolen money. He assured Canada's support in response to the chief advisor's asset recovery efforts, noting that Canada has a mechanism to freeze siphoned off money for recovery from persons identified by the interim government to the government of Canada. The Canadian High Commissioner said Canada was keen to expand trade with Bangladesh and invest more in the country. He added a Canadian minister would visit Bangladesh soon to discuss issues of mutual interest. The chief advisor said Bangladesh is ready for business. We want to expand our trade with your country, and we want Canadian companies to relocate their factories to Bangladesh. Professor Yunus said many Bangladeshi people now live and study in Canada, and Ottawa should make a move to set up its visa office in Dhaka. People of the country have been going through high inflation for 2 years due to depreciation of taka, increase in the prices of fuel oil, market mismanagement and other causes. During the fascist regime, world market vitality and Russia-Ukraine war were blamed for inflation in Bangladesh. They didn't make necessary efforts to address market vitality. At the moment, Bangladesh is experiencing nearly 10% inflation. However, Bangladesh Bank Governor Hassan H. Mansour says that the inflation will come down to 6 to 7% by next few months. The second day of second phase of the first round of 58 Bishu Ijtima is underway on the banks of the Turak River. This phase is being attended by devotees from 22 districts of Bangladesh. A separate tent has been prepared for foreign guests with around 3,050 participants from 76 countries. The second phase will conclude the Akhiri Munajat on 5 February. After an 8-day break, the third phase of the Ijtima will commence on 14 February with followers of Maulana Saad Kandalawi participating. This 3-day event will conclude with Akhiri Munajat on 16 February. The government is providing free advance treatment to the injured of the July upsurge. 30 critically injured people have already been sent abroad for better treatment. The injured said that they are receiving special treatment as per the demand. Experts said that medical facilities are being given top priority to those injured in the July uprising. Currently, free treatment are being provided to the injured at 13 hospitals in the capital. Besides, medical teams from the United States, Thailand, Singapore have visited the injured at the hospitals. Injured have also been provided financial financial assistance from the July Shohid Smriti Foundation. The health advisor said the government has continued all efforts to rehabilitate the wounded persons alongside ensuring the good treatment of them. BNP Standing Committee member Khobor Musharraf Hussain has said BNP will ensure free health care for all if it comes to power. He made the remarks today while speaking at a press conference at BNP's chairperson's Gulshan political office. BNP arranged the press meet to present its reform proposal about the country's health sector. Khobor Musharraf Hussain presented short, medium and long-term recommendations for the development of the health sector. Mentioning that the reform is a continuous process, he said for every reform, the government should discuss with the political parties and adopt a people-friendly proposal. Now, international news. US President Donald Trump confirmed that the tariffs for Canada will be paused for 30 days after Ottawa agreed to stricter border measures to finally end the deadly scourge of drugs like fentanyl. Trump made the declaration on his Truth social platforms shortly after Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said the tariffs would be postponed. Trump said as president it is his responsibility to ensure the safety of all Americans, and he is doing just that. In a separate statement on Monday, Trump also confirmed that he would delay the implementation of tariffs against Mexico after he spoke with the Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum. Meanwhile, China announced retaliatory tariffs on some American goods as U.S. tariffs on all Chinese goods came into force. The Chinese tariffs due to begin on Monday would put a 15% import tax on U.S. coal and liquefied natural gas, plus 10% on crude oil, agricultural machinery, pickup trucks, and some sports cars. The 10% tariffs on all Chinese imports to U.S. begin at 0 hour 1 minute Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. President Trump said the Chinese tariffs are a response to trade deficits and the flow of fentanyl into the U.S. Syria's newly appointed President Ahmed al-Shara said it will take 4 to 5 years to hold presidential election. He said this while visiting Saudi Data and AI Authority in Riyadh. He laid out a timeline for the vote since he was named transitional president last week. Shara, who headed the Islamist rebel group that led a lightning offensive in toppling autocratic President Bashar al-Assad in early December, was declared transitional president on January 30. In an interview with Syria TV, he said he estimated that 4 to 5 years until the next elections will be required as there is a need for vast infrastructure and the infrastructure needs time to be re-established. He said Syrian authorities would need to consolidate data on the country's population to update its electoral data, adding that without this matter, an election held will be doubted.